Ladies and gentlemen, according to the latest filing in the Durham probe, this is very, very interesting. They're going to, at trial, at the Michael Sussman trial, going to talk about, quote, the possibility that such purported data was fabricated, altered, manipulated, or intentionally generated for the purpose of creating the false appearance of communications. Now, there's going to be an FBI special agent that's going to testify, very likely, regarding this. So, John Durham has stated there's a possibility that an FBI special agent is going to testify on the accuracy, or lack thereof, of the information that Michael Sussman, who was paid by Clinton, gave to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Why is that important? Tens of millions of Americans believed at one point, and still believe, that Trump was installed by the Kremlin. Tens of millions of Americans, half the electorate, believe a hoax, a myth, something that's not true. These are the same people who pontificate about lies and information that's not accurate, and they fact-check everything, which is really another form of a lie by omission, or a rebuttal in an ongoing discussion or debate. Okay, when they fact-check Hunter's emails, they say, well, it's not we don't know if it's verified beyond a shadow of a doubt. What they don't tell you is that the federal government was investigating Hunter, and the emails were corroborated by one of his business associates, and James Hunter never categorically denied those emails belonged to them. Now, the same emails that you couldn't talk about 2 years ago are being utilized against him by the federal government in their widespread investigation of James and Hunter, okay, for utilizing the family name to enrich themselves, which is against the law. Anyway, you have a situation here where tens of millions of people, half the electorate, people who voted for mashed potato brains, believe that Trump benefited in some manner from Facebook ads, which he didn't. Not one person looked at a Facebook ad and said, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump over Clinton. That never happened, okay? The DNC was hacked apparently by another country. Well, the corruption within the Democratic Party, cheating Bernie Sanders, that's what cost them votes. Not the fact that we read emails that apparently nobody's ever read again since then, showing that the DNC was not fair and neutral. So, and if you ask Democrats to this day, they'll still say, well, we never cheated Bernie Sanders. So I don't know why Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign, or why another country wanted us to know that Bernie Sanders was cheated. Because any information, whether it's Hunter's emails, the DNC emails, anything negative or any corruption within the Democratic Party is always a plot by another country to inform us of how horrible Democrats are. That's called democracy. Ensuring that another country doesn't tell us how horrible Democrats are. Well, democracy entails that we prevent any foreign interference. What's the interference? Oh, well, it's it's the Kremlin choosing a side by letting us know the DNC cheated Bernie Sanders, or Hunter enriched himself with tens of millions of dollars through shady and unethical and likely criminal business relationships. Anyway, getting back to this. All of this, you have family members and friends and people who are absolutely, their brains have been warped by this contempt for Trump. Most of the contempt has been fabricated, contrived, manufactured, completely false, baseless allegations that, in this case, were filtered through the United States government. So James Baker, the top legal counsel at the Federal Bureau of Investigation, met with Michael Sussman, the attorney hired by Clinton. Why did they meet? We'll get to that in a second, but hit subscribe to this channel right now. We're over 195. We're on our way to 196,000 subs. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't join any big organization. I'm doing this all myself. You see sometimes people joining like 4 million sub or $20 million venture capital people. This was, they're on the left. But you see these people joining like these big conglomerates on YouTube, and then suddenly their sub count goes up. I'm not doing that. This has taken me a long time to get to close to 200,000. It's because of you. If you enjoy my work, if you enjoy my thought process, my writing, my latest article in The Federalist was actually written in October of 2021, telling the world we would experience this devastating economy that we're experiencing right now. Read that article. But hit subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 200,000 subs. It'll be with your help, so I appreciate your help. Word of mouth is amazing. If you know anybody who might enjoy this channel, let them know about H.A. Goodman on YouTube. And my Patreon is below to my new Patreons. Thank you. Then the stock market crash channel, which unfortunately I'm going to do more work on, that is below in the pinned comment. But he met, Michael Sussman is an attorney for a Clinton-linked law firm, the same law firm that purchased the Steele dossier. This attorney is indicted for lying to James Baker at the Federal Bureau of Investigation and saying that he's only going to share some information about Trump to help the country or to help the Bureau or to just, for altruistic reasons. He did not tell James Baker, James Comey's legal counsel, the top legal counsel at the FBI, that he was going to spread information obtained with a tech executive and tech researchers that was completely fabricated, manipulated, a bunch of nonsense. They compiled a bunch of cyber data from Trump's apartment, Trump Tower, a healthcare company, and even the executive office of the president up until February of 2017. Okay, that's when even a sitting president they obtained information on. And then they utilized that, and they met with the Central Intelligence Agency and the Federal Bureau of Investigation simply to spread lies about Trump to get government officials to investigate him. In this case, it was about a secret, nefarious, insidious back channel communication between servers at a bank in Moscow, Alpha Bank, and Trump. And so you get all of the propaganda spin from Democrats. Well, Trump had his own servers. It wasn't just Madam Secretary with top secret and special access program intelligence on servers running outside of the United States government for 4 years. It was Trump servers. Trump had servers communicating with the Putin. Oh my God. Well, that was all a lie. The FBI quickly found out that was not true. Okay? But enough people believed the nonsense. Jake Sullivan himself, Hillary Clinton, they all tweeted out information about this. Oh my God, can you believe that Trump has a server that he's communicating with another country? The private servers, that's on their side, okay? But the reason that, and I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump rematch in 2024. I pray every day, please God, let that happen. Because we just need it to happen for a whole lot of reasons. But the accuracy of the information that Michael Sussman obtained through the help of Tech Executive One and tech researchers, the accuracy, the issue of how fabricated all of that information was, is going to be addressed in the trial. The defense attorneys don't want that addressed because that will point to a larger plot. People conspiring to take down Trump. Yes, it's true. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, believe it or not, even under J. Edgar Hoover, especially under J. Edgar Hoover, was in many ways a political organization, or would side with either political party. At least with J. Edgar Hoover, what you had is somebody who had the goods on both political parties. With this agency, under James Comey, for example, you have an agency that sided only with Democrats and went after Trump. So it's not, well, and in one way, what he did with the Comey letter is say, okay, we have the goods on you. We covered up the Clinton email probe. You had top secret intel. We don't know how you got that top secret intel on there, but here's a letter. So that Comey had the goods on everybody, but he clearly sided with Democrats. We can go into the reasons why. I have no real understanding about why they sided with Democrats, but they do. Probably because of the media support, probably because of the influence Democrats have with social media algorithms and media in general, the Washington Post, the New York Times, all of that. But If Durham finds out, if Durham addresses the issue of a fabricated compilation of nonsense, of data that was obtained under surveillance to set up and frame an incoming candidate, you now have a much wider picture that implicates Madam Secretary, Comey, all of these people. Hit subscribe to this channel right now.